Hi there, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing really well. Thank you so much for your patience. I very much appreciate you. Um, I want to go ahead and get into a reading for you for the rest of the month of February 2024. And before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that I am doing a February special for personal readings. So if you want a personal reading, I am charging $30 for one question, $15 for each additional question, and $100 for a one-on-one session with me. And all of those are recorded, okay? I'm using PayPal and Cash App for payments. And yeah, if you want to get in touch with me for that, feel free to reach out at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com and I will get back to you as soon as possible, okay? So let's get into this reading for you guys. The energy here for you. Cancer, I feel like things have been kind of stuck in a way. Not to say your life has been completely immobilized, but there seems to be a lot of stagnancy here, especially with your main energy as being the Four of Pentacles. So this energy can talk about restriction. It can talk a lot about how we're holding ourselves back, how we're not allowing things into our life. Sometimes it can talk about like being very how do I want to say that? It's like overly restricted because we want to be the one that has the information. We don't want to have others perceive us in a way, so we don't release information to people. We want to be in a sense of power. That maybe that what I'm picking up may be like a sense of or an element of like self-protection, but it feels here that there's a necessity for you to come out of a certain sense of guardedness, for you to be able to express and communicate, not hold on to things, whether they be emotional, whatnot. Some of you, if it's financial, it's being very, very frugal with what you do have, just because it may, sometimes we got a penny pinch, okay? So here, your oracle energy is acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And you can change things. You can apply yourself. And in a weird way, I want to say some of you have kind of like resigned yourself to accept something. Maybe that's applicable for some of you, but I also want to say for some of you, maybe we need to see beyond that perspective. Maybe there's more to be done or more to be experienced, but we're not seeing the potential in something, or we're kind of giving up too quickly, okay? So that is coming through here too. Either way, there's an element of acceptance throughout this energy and throughout this reading. Pardon me, I'm going to get a little sip of water here real quick. I feel here, Cancer, that it's important for you guys to, I want to say, open up or be closer, closer. Okay, so like I've been fine throughout all these readings, and now my throat is closing up. So what I want to say is for you guys to use your voice. There's been an element here of restriction to a point where it's like you've silenced yourself, but I feel like it's done for protection. Whatever it is you don't want out, or whatever information you're withholding, or like emotions you're withholding, it's getting in the way of you living, okay? We want to move forward here rather than restrict ourselves. Speak, okay? And so here, as far as your approach energy for this month, your action, this is the Page of Swords, so it's having patience in situations, but here again, it's almost like an energy of guardedness. We're guarding our forward movement. We're I feel so shut off. Like I was like super happy in the other reads. Now I feel really cold. I feel cold. I'm getting goosebumps. Okay. So I feel here there's like a lot of caution. There's a lot of caution with how you approach something here, Cancer, and it's very interesting. With the Page of Swords, this does talk about utilizing your creative mind to find a solution here, not just looking at the status quo for what it is. It's about changing things so you can have a different solution, ideas and planning, seek out information, Cancer, or communicate. I just feel like there's a lot of necessity for communication here. So let's get into communication. Okay, because that's the next card here. Your action here, though, is to move forward with an intelligent an intelligent way to communicate and discern, but still move forward here. I feel like there's a lot of guarded caution energy here. It's like almost having a difficult time looking at the truth of something or accepting the truth of something. So it's like we're kind of dancing on the, tap dancing on the toilet handle a little bit. We're not addressing things. The moon in reverse is an interesting one for your communication, just because it can talk about high anxiety. It can talk about emotional disturbance, things being withheld, holding on to stuff where it's like we cannot move forward here. There's something heavy that is really heavy about this energy. I'm not really quite sure what this energy is for you guys, but the moon in reverse, it's your own energy, Cancer. How do I want to say this? For some of you, I feel you're doing yourself a disservice by withholding what needs to be resolved within yourself. There seems like there's a lot of holding on to certain pain that has been in your life for a while, that has been, I want to say, an accumulation that has caused you to almost not trust life, to not trust yourself, to not trust your decision making. And that's not in every single arena of your life, but look at it where it is that in your life. Where in your life are you having difficulty trusting your own ability to move forward, trusting your own ability to change something, trusting that, yes, maybe we do need to accept something, but that doesn't mean that it has to be cold and painful. We don't need to be so self-constrictive. Okay. So yeah, as far as communication is concerned, I would definitely say for some of you, be open to talking to the therapist, be open to, I guess, be open to communicating about fears, self-address fears, addressing self-fears. This is about breaking free from that kind of stuff and avoiding, try to avoiding the work that needs to be done, I guess. Try not to avoid doing that work because it's going to push things through for you, Just feel a lot of stagnancy here, Cancer. That's what I feel. Okay, so as far as your health is concerned, this energy, the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's not the best. I'm gonna be honest here. With the Queen of Wands in reverse for your health energy, especially for those of you who are expecting. Okay, I want to get into this very carefully because this is a tarot reading for general public. I'm saying if you have any questions about this, it may be good to see your doctor, for sure. Don't just listen to some tarot reader online. But for some of you, you may be dealing with difficulties getting pregnant. You have the moon here. Moon talks about gestation, especially within pregnancy, the tides of the moon, female energy, Cancerian energy. With the Four of Pentacles here, this is withholding here. Some of you are not speaking up about something, potentially to deal with children or a pregnancy. And you also have the Empress over here. So this can talk about pregnant energy. There may be an element here with the Queen of Wands in reverse as far as it's concerned that, if you're not in a situation where you're dealing with a pregnancy, then it can talk about, potentially things, I guess, results not coming out the way you wanted. Okay, results not coming out the way you had hoped for. And that is important for you, I guess, some of you to accept. There's an element here of acceptance. My God, my head is like swimming right now. I'm not really sure what this is. So pay attention to things. Let's not use ostrich logic, okay? I'm saying that ostrich logic as something where it's like, we don't want to see what's going on, so we're going to bury our head in the sand. But that doesn't mean your ass is out in the air. That doesn't mean everybody can't see the rest of it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist because you can't see it. Okay, because you're blinding yourself, you can't see it. It's still there. So here we're going to take our head out of the sand. We're going to accept the challenge of looking at things deeper. Man, this is really heavy energy. And communicate your needs. Also, I do want to say, seek out alternative situations, seek out a second opinion, and if you are dealing with something physically that is, not going to go away, if you're having emotional distress over this, it's really important that you have communication with a trusted person or a neutral person or somebody like a therapist. This is really important here, whether it be pregnancy or a difficulty within a result. As far as like mental health, and I want to say mental health and partnerships, some of you may be dealing with a partner who doesn't recognize you, and it's taking an effect on your mental health. They don't see what you do or provide, or they don't rally for you. They don't respect you. There's an element here where it's like that can lead to you not respecting yourself. That can lead to you not feeling solid about where things are at within you. So if that's the situation, talk about that with people. Don't hold that in. It's important that you not hold things in. Accept what is and communicate outwardly so it's not stuck inside, okay? Here, everything's stuck inside with this Four of Pentacles. Okay, so heavy energy. With your finances here, Cancer, we've got the Queen of Cups over here, okay? So this is a good omen when it comes to money, when it comes to opportunities, for sure. It can talk about your opportunities increasing. Some of you also but in a way that is suitable for your internal world, your internal happiness. Some of you may be going to school or are therapists. There's something about that here where it's like, I just feel a massive need for therapy for some reason. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. My throat is like closing up right now when I'm talking about talking outwardly and expressing. It's really uncomfortable. Okay. So let me get some water here. I do want to say, for some of you who are having difficulties with pregnancy, I'm going to get off this topic real quick, but for some of you who are, I want to say it may be important for you right now to not pour all of your money into just one way. This may require you to do okay, like say IVF. IVF is super expensive, right? Maybe we can try like alternative medicine, Chinese medicine, acupuncture. I've worked with doctors, acupuncturists for years. They can really help people with their fertility, issues. Fertility over here with the Empress here, okay? So, that's all I want to say about that. Otherwise, the Queen of Cups here in your finances, it's positive. It's positive. You may be also asked by a friend or by a loved one that, maybe you need to support them for a little bit. Maybe you are able to do it financially and emotionally. That might be something that's called to you at this time. Or maybe you're seeking that from somebody and you need to express yourself. It's okay. Express yourself. Here in love energy, we have the Empress. The Empress is beautiful, especially when it comes to love. She's about abundance. She's about beautiful things happening in our life. She is the forever, she's like the pinnacle of womanhood, of juiciness, of just, she embodies femininity here. I need water. I'm sorry. Oh. All right. In a connection with a love partner, this is asking for you may be happy, but it's asking for everybody to, how do I want to say that? you may be giving out a lot of love, a lot of energy to your partner, and it almost feels sometimes that maybe we are not being reciprocated. And maybe you have so much love in the world to give that that's okay. But here I almost feel like if you're holding any type of resentments towards that, it needs to be voiced. If you're doing good things for people with a wonderful intention in your heart, and that's how you started it, but now things have kind of veered off where people are like in an expectant role, or like you've been put in like this expectant role of like, oh, she'll just provide, he'll just provide, it's kind of being very assumptive of your position and kind of taking advantage of your generosity, of your energy, of your nurturance, and that's another thing. Sometimes we deal with people who kind of leech on to us. They want our loving energy. They want us to mommy them. They want us to take care of them, and they can't do it themselves. It's not your job. I mean, unless you are their mommy. And I don't think that that's what's going on here. Maybe, but it feels like you guys have potentially held on to some, I guess, I want to say resentment here. For those of you also that, this isn't dealing with anything that you are dealing with, this can talk about financial security, when it comes to relationships. And so, like, it can talk about, I almost want to say like some of you are just doing things on your own. I kind of want to veer off from like connections and relationships right now as far as like a marriage or like a long-term relationship. I want to start talking right here now. Okay, thank you. So I want to start talking here now about those of you who are single, those of you who are putting your energy towards abundance, putting your energy towards a very definite line. So why am I saying that? What am I seeing? Hang on. It's like your goal setting. Okay, you have like a very specific goal here. I feel like you're paying attention to your health, not just like fertility health, female organ health, which sure, go for it, but I feel like you guys are paying attention to your health when it comes to how you expend your energy, how you are how you give of your energy. I don't feel like things have been an equal exchange for you, Cancer. I'm not sure why that is, but it just feels like there's been kind of like this siphon on you, and you've kind of been giving, giving, giving here. And I know this isn't directly like, oh, this is a love thing, but this is what I feel. This is like maybe situations in our relationships from the past that it's like people have just kind of siphoned off of you. You've been the one with the money, or you've been the one that brings the nurturance or the support. It's like a leech. You need to be mindful of the people that are leechy. You've had enough experience with those types of people where it's like you can start to smell it when it comes. So if that is what you're noticing, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, and accept maybe that that is that type of personality. Doesn't mean that you have to continue on with it, okay? Whew. All right, I gotta stop this reading right now because I feel so heavy right now. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm going to let this go. If this was helpful for you, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com, and I will talk to you soon. I love you guys. Take care. Bye, Cancer.